bachelor's degrees, public relations, advertising, and business administration, 2 master's degrees, psychology and sociology, a postmaster's in hospital and hospice chaplaincy, and 2 doctorate degrees. So I'm not bragging. But you got to bring somebody with you. I still look for mentors myself, okay? Because I'm never going to be all the things I want to be unless I grab a hold. Here's 2 awesome women over here that you're about to meet. That are my mentors. And see, sisters don't know I'm checking them out from afar. You might not be, I'm like Wendy. You're my friend in my head. I already know you. You're my buddy. So I'm watching, like our youth are watching us. Right?
That's right.
They see everything we do.
That's right.
Cuss in front of a little 2-year-old. And see, don't he walk around the house saying what you see. That's right. Because they're watching us. And they may not be your own. I have about 10 young men that call me mama. And plenty of girls. And I treat them like that. They call me for birthdays. They call me when they get married, help pick out a ring. They call me when they go to jail. They call me. Because I'm that person. I didn't raise you necessarily, so if you get in trouble, I'm not going to desert you. If you call me mom, I'm going to be there for you. So we all need to figure out how we can reach back. And you're never too young. I learned stuff from 2-year-olds. Just watch them. We're never too young to learn something, and we're never too young or too old to be an image.
The psychologist Carl Jung said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." When I speak to our youth, I have to be 100 with them because I cannot talk to them at all without them understanding this. He says, there is no coming to consciousness without pain. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own soul. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. That's deep. He's saying that there is no true birth, that no true birth is born without pain. We don't want to look into the face. We don't want to look within and face the unmitigated truth that lies within us many times. The birth of truth brings pain. Let's ask some of the mothers around here. Ask our beautiful mothers. All of them have experienced birth, have experienced pain. Some cause more pain physically and emotionally than others, but nevertheless, these mothers endure pain. Some pain birthed what created less, and others subsequently birthed what became more pain later in life. In the 21st century, I see brilliance when I look at our youth. I see ingenuity. I see excellence. I see scientists. I see orthopedic surgeons. I see politicians. I see students that have been accepted into Harvard, Howard, Spelman, University of Georgia, Georgia State, going into the military. But I also see fragility, mediocrity, resistance, disrespect, lack of motivation, incarceration, loss of hope, fear of pain, and the avoidance of failure. I want to stop right there for a minute when I talk about failure. Everyone in this auditorium has failed. Failure is the instrument that helps us grow. We need to fail early, fail often, fail forward. Youth today have a negative connotation of the word failure. They don't want to feel that burn of a skin-up knee when we used to skate on those roller skates and fall into the street. They don't want to feel that when they fall off the bicycle because their homeboy was riding on the front. You know what I'm talking about. They don't want to feel that. They don't want to face the reality that they will lose some races, lose some games, and when I was growing up, lose some fights. We don't even talk about fights anymore. But the pain that makes you say, I will do better because I never want to feel the pain again, and I do not want the pain to turn into hurt. So sometimes we experience that failure because that failure makes you look into the mirror and say, I never want to feel that way again. You take that and you grow based on that. How many of us work out, have worked out, or need to work out? When you work out, you're seeking failure. You want to exert yourself and your muscles to a point that your muscles fail. Look at Vin Diesel, look at The Rock, look at Beyonce, look at Serena Williams. They fail their muscles repeatedly so that they can succeed. Look at their results, physically and professionally. I see our youth being afraid of failure, but failure is where the growth is.
That's right.
Where the adaptation is. Youth say, I don't have time to fail. I gotta go get mine right now. In their minds, they've already arrived. Arrived where? To the train station who won't accept your ticket because you already paid for it.
Amtrak.
Right. Where? Yeah.
Facts. Ask me a question, I'll tell you no lie. And we know that to be true. Parents, educators, and those over 30, I say facts again because that's the terms that I use. Although I work in politics, I am not the most politically correct individual that you would meet. I like to talk real. A young lady asked me, what do you think I can do in the next 5 years? I said, you can do some phenomenal things in the next 5 years with the plan. But then I turned and asked her a question. Did you do something different today than you did yesterday? Or did you do something different the day before yesterday than you did yesterday? She said, no, not really. I pretty much do the same thing every day. Pretty much have a set routine. I responded by saying, well, if you look at your last 5 years, you can already know what your next 5 years will be if your routine doesn't change. We can't have the same actions and expect different results. If you always do what you do, you will always end up with what you have.
That's right.
On the flip side, you have more than you've gotten now because you become more than you were. With that, I need to see you make a change, make a choice, a life-changing decision that will help you ascend. Choose the right friends. Choose the passion to pursue. Choose which place to go and who to go there with. Make a choice. Everyone is here, has to do it. Hear this. We are all where we are based on a decision that we made. Just as you commit to making a decision to send those thirsty pictures over the Instagram page, find that same thirst and even hunger to make a positive, life-changing decision. Decisions that will change the trajectory of your life. I will close with this. The young are always fighting to take over the spot of the old. Because the laws of nature will not allow the old to continue to reserve that spot. However, but when the youth reject the truth, they cannot attain or win that spot. The world changes so fast that you have to take the previous genius moves, decisions, and inventions and recycle them, because if you keep reinventing the same wheel that the Mesopotamian people presented back in 3500 BC, you get left behind. I want you to operate at a height that you can only look down. Never be disinclined to learn how to evolve and grow. I fear no claim of hyperbole when I say that our youth that want to listen, learn, and grow put our future in great hands. They just have to add the tools that were used before them to add to their current arsenal. Jerry Rice said, today I will do what others want, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. We want you to identify now what you need so that you have more options later. Greatness is within you, and if you're willing to dig deep, you'll find it.
Love in front of me first. So when I see each and every one person that I see myself. I see myself in each and every one of you because I truly love all to ever exist. That's the thing that you have to put in your heart. That's the thing you have to build. Now, I've got a lot of accolades, a whole bunch of other things. But it's not about me. This is bigger than all of us. This is a greater thing before all of us. Once you take yourself, because this is one thing I always tell all the organizations and all the people I deal with. It's bigger than all of us. So don't just follow the man. Understand the plan. Follow the plan. Because that is the journey that we're supposed to be on. We're supposed to love one another. And I've been driven by Project Love Movement. That's what I do. I operate by love. Now, as far as the music situation, let's go back to that. I grew up in music. I was in the Atlanta Boys Choir, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay? I grew up, I learned music, I read music, all of that. I've been in groups, sang, all of that. One thing I did do is learn how the game and the music went. I became the vice president of a record label called U-World Records, which is a subsidiary of Capitol Records. I did all the work, I picked all the talent. I booked shows, I done had shows from everybody, from Tate, Slim Thug, Gucci Man, all of the young ones, all the way to the spinners. I put a lot of work in. But it don't mean anything if you don't put love first.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
See, it's not about the man.
That's right.
It's not about the woman. It's about the journey that God has put you on.
That's
Because
right.
if you know love, then you know God.
Yeah.
I don't care what you believe in.
Right.
Your spirit is true. I done been in the mandirs. I've been in the mosque. I've been in the synagogues. I've been all around the world to be able to see this myself. And I judge no man. I'm here to let you know it's very important for you to put your heart into whatever you do. But lead it all by love. The United States saw fit for me to have a holiday in my name. The United States Congress gave me a holiday in my name for the next 400 years. May 17th, for the next 400 years in the whole entire United States. I just look at it and say, this is just the work of God. They gave me a day for our Grand Lodge. Our Grand Lodge was given to us by the State Senate, March 10th for every 400 years.
Amen.
Now what I'll say to you is, that didn't change racism then. Because I've been there. I was in the Capitol. I had to deal with it. And it didn't change me and didn't make me turn around. When they were acting wicked inside the room, I could feel the chemistry or the energy of something saying, you can't be in here. But I stood proud because I knew I'm a game changer.
That's all right.
So if I'm going to change the game, then we're going to make some new rules.
That's right.
So the rules were being broken, but it was being made on top of it. We were still making rules so that we can win. We're going to win by love.
That's right.
We're going to win every time because I have given all the type of things and behavior. I go and work in different programs along with Mabel Thomas, my sister. I work in campaigns. I go to different churches, young youth groups, everything. But it is predicated on love. We have an embassy, a Sonic embassy, here in Georgia, in Sandy Springs. It's a 20,000 square foot building. It's a mansion. And we use that for all of my ambassadors to come into this country and to work so that we can do different things. Now, behind the scenes, I'm just telling you all, every day, every morning, because I've been retired for a while, but every morning I get up. I suffer from a pain disorder. I suffer from a pain disease. I got fibromyalgia, Raynaud's disease, and I have a whole bunch of things that bother me. It shut me down like I'm a cripple. I had to come out of a wheelchair. It took me 3.5 years to get out of that wheelchair. And I walked so that I could walk for love because I believe in what I do. I've driven every day right now to come in here and see young faces. People of all nationalities standing together, working together to build one another. Sometimes you have to think about it. We can destroy each other or we can build up each other.
That's right.
And the thing about this is, love don't have a political agenda.
That's right.
It don't have a religion. It don't have a color. It has only the feeling of what you can bring forth. So, to me, I look at each and every last one of you. I don't want all of you to turn around and look at each other. Look at each other for a moment. Just look at each other. Just recognize that I love you. I am you and you are me. That's what the word called namaste.
That's right.
Understanding that. Know what namaste is itself. I've been there. I deal with different people from all walks of life. I had to learn how to overstand everyone because my position is to be able to be walking in the humbleness that you're supposed to walk. Michael Jackson was a true element of love. Michael Jackson had nothing but love in his heart.
Right.
So they didn't really want that love to be spread. But we got to stand up and spread the love.
That's right.
Because that's what makes you have money if you want it. That's what makes you get well dressed. Because we can give to each other.
That's right.
Just start to think about the process of things. You can take an element of people in a room, and we all make a pact together. You say, okay, I'm going to give $20 a day. Let's take 100,000 people. 100,000 people giving $20 a day is $2 million a day. $2 million a day. Everybody going to make something out of it. But you got to be willing to do it. You got to put it in your heart. You got to do it because it's love. So now we got children. Young people who are looking at the people that came from the generations before. And they want to know what are they supposed to do. We're supposed to set an example. I've seen people set examples for me. Whether or not I took it or not, it's supposed to be my choice. But if they set a good enough example, they'll put an impact on your life.
That's right.
Somebody needs to look in here and just say, I want to impact somebody's life. I want to impact someone's life. Because I'm here today. Because I came because I want to impact someone's life. That is my only reason, my only call is to impact someone's life. If we can impact one person,
That's right. Just one.
period. You got to do nothing more by nobody else. Just do yourself a justice to impact one person's life. Then you will have done your job that God had given you. I am Frederick Lee McHenry Sr. I'm the most puissant sovereign Grand Commander of the United States. I am a whole bunch of other titles, but I'm only just a man. A man that God has given me the will to still stand here and walk and tell my story. Thank you.
Greg Sikowski, and what I do is I explain financial literacy, the difference between currency and money. I want to thank Jolanda for introducing me to the ladies. It's my privilege to be here. My friends in the back, come some of that. So I just want to explain something real quick. The difference between currency and money. What I'd like to do is give you a little bit of an example. It's only $1, man. Only $1. So if I have a contract with you for $1, you have a contract with him for $1, and so I'm following it out. And then you and I have a contract for $1, right? I want you to pay your contract off. House always wins. So what happens is everything is a contract, okay? Financial literacy to me is helping people understand the difference between currency and money. Right here is the money, our relationships, our time, the commodity that we're never going to get back, right? So the difference with currency is the energy that happens after the relationships. And this is my passion. I've been recognized as one of the best in the world teaching financial literacy through mindset development because this is the only real estate that we can own. Everything else, we have to pay tax on it. I wrote a book called Everybody Pays a Vig, and that's what it is. It's a tax, something that we're never going to get back. And I just, last book just came out as a co-author, one of 100 authors, and my chapter was on the difference between currency and money, because that's what I love to do. And when it comes to youth, they are our future. Look around, man. This is amazing. It's really cool. But anyway, I'm not going to